Oh, one thing of note, if you've never seen it already, there was a little comic book that came with Season 3 of the Transformers, or Season 2, I'm not quite sure, the Metrodome release, I think it was. And there's a great comic strip run of The Beast Within, and I did a cover of it ages ago now. So if you haven't heard of it or haven't seen it, check that out, or get hold of it, or see, just look it up. Look it up is all I can say. Okay, Tantrum here. Let's look at them individually. I think they were designed of maybe possible headmasters, yet again, for the sake that the head is large, and they have a chest panel here, and I know they're not official Transformers, but maybe they could have been headmasters and they've decided to go for a combiner effort. I'm not quite certain. Out of all of them, he's quite stable. As I said, some of them are unbelievably black heavy. He has the metal on him, and he is rather nice. As regards character, I really can't remember a great deal about him, although he does look kind of menacing. It's the devil. It looks like that, doesn't he? Yeah, okay. But yeah, as regards posability for this guy, as you'd expect for an early Transformer, not a great deal. Legs are solid, arms are quite manoeuvrable, I would say. They're quite stiff actually, because I haven't really played with him that much. And they just sort of folds in, and that's about it really. Out of all of them, I think he's sort of like a mediocre one. He's not great and he's not bad. He's just sort of like, okay. On to the next one then. Headstrong. Now the thing is with Headstrong, as regards character, he's quite a good one. You know, they're going to unite, you know, to fend off the Autobots. And they say, come on, Headstrong, get over here. And he's going, I'll get there when I'm good and ready. Well, not in that kind of voice, but you get the idea of the character. He's a stubborn, headstrong individual. Unfortunately, his toy doesn't match his character. The toy is the worst out of the bunch. Now, you see here the problem here. I pointed it out earlier, and I'll redo it just on camera again. Look. The fact is, because his legs fold round here, for his alt mode, it leaves you with no feet. Well, it leaves you with little gaps that have got holes in it. I mean, this thing looks ridiculous. Look, that's supposed to be his feet. There isn't any feet. Look, man, there is no feet. And this does little, if nothing, to support him. And this is metal. All of this is metal, and it weighs quite a bit of weight, and he just does that. All the bloody time, just keeps doing that. And if he's not leaning on something, he falls over. His head is ridiculous, look. It's just a flat thing, see? When you push this up, it still looks daft. And his arms, look, see, look, they're attached here. What? Yeah, his arms are attached to his shoulders, well done, well done. No, what I mean is, they're stuck. They don't move here, they just pivot around like that. Well, that's fine, you know, unless you want to scratch your head. Oh, if only, but you can't do it. So, he does look a bit spoony, I'm sorry to say. And out of all of them, I think he's the worst one. But, there we go. There's still 3 others to look at. Divebomb. I really like Divebomb. And if you know, but if you don't know, then I'm going to tell you. And if you did know, this comes as no great surprise, really. Divebomb and Swoop have a vendetta against each other, because I think Swoop used to be called Divebomb, and Divebomb took his name because he beat him. And Swoop is forever, you know, angry and bitter about it. And I did look back at the comic book run at that. If you look back through some of my old reviews, you'll find out what I'm on about. And if not, just get the damn book yourself and read it, is all I can say. But Divebomb I quite like. He's always up for a fight as well, as I said, like they all are, but he seems to be more focused than most of the others. I like the toy actually. He has a bit of metal here, it's quite nice. And out of all of them, I think he's probably one of the best ones. I don't quite like his head moulding. Like all of them, because they're not an official Transformer toy line, their head mouldings are all very similar. And you know, classically, Transformers always used to have silver, didn't they? Or a silverish sort of paint to the faces. They never used garish colours like red and orange and green and yellow, even though there's no green on any of them. I just thought I'd add green in because it sounded good. Ignore that, okay? But you know what I'm saying? It was quite typically expected that you'd have a silver face or something along those lines, where these guys have got red and orange, and it looks, gives them a cheap look, which I don't think is quite fair. But out of all of them, Divebomb is great. He can run, he can completely move his arm. The only thing he can't do is move his head. But even in alt mode, he still looks like his eagle, or eagle. It is an eagle, isn't it? Yes, it is. Yes. And I still love this bit here, look. They just managed to squeeze this in so that he can actually still move his jaw. Now, that is sweet. I like him. Divebomb's a good one. Now, I'll do these two together because they are essentially... Razorclaw and Rampage are the same toy. Now, I like the fact they use the name Rampage, and we get it again in Beast Wars, so tying into Predaking Rampage. You can see where they're going with that, even though he's a crab. They bear no times with each other. It just happens to be a namesake more than anything. But they are essentially the same toy, although he is the leader. So, look, you can tell why he's the leader. See, look, they are the same toy, except he has a larger sculpting for the head, like I pointed out earlier, and he doesn't. And the belt system around here is slightly remoulded. Heads are slightly changed, and for some reason his arms are longer. I don't actually understand why that is. Let me just have another look. Wait one sec. No, I am right. Razorclaw's arms are shorter. Look, you can see from the angle. I pointed this out. I don't understand why this is. I mean, he's got a bit more kibble going on at the side here because he is the Gearstolt leader and they all combine with him. But other than that, I don't see any reason why his arms would be shorter, so that's why I always display him with two swords like that to compensate for it. It's kind of a shame, actually. They're both good toys, other than that fact. Does this have the metal on it? I think I have. Yes, he's got metal on him, and he hasn't. I don't know why. I think because I have bought these ones individually, okay, so the combined one you've seen I think's the reissue, and these are individual ones I bought, and this is the only one he seems to be made out of plastic, which is kind of a disappointment considering he's the Gearstolt lead and he's got no die-cast metal. How embarrassing! Are you embarrassed, mate? I'd be embarrassed. What are you going to do with him? Whoops. Oh, never mind. So, you'll have to be the leader because you're made out of metal. Actually, all aside, they're quite good toys, both of them. Do I have a favourite? Divebomb. Actually, Divebomb is my favourite one. I've always liked Swoop a lot, like most people. They did have a sort of like a rivalry with the Dinobots, although that's explained more in the Beast Within when the Dinobots... No, I won't say any more. If you haven't read it or haven't heard of it, look it up. You do yourself a favour. What else was I going to say on the subject of them? And then Skylynx has a vendetta against Predaking. See, the Dinobots don't like the Predacons. Skylynx doesn't like Predaking, so they both have a nemesis in both forms, and that's kind of a great thing. If you read between the lines, that's what I established from it. Anyway, it's not really explained, but that's what I get off it. I'm usually right as well. And even when I'm wrong, I'm right. So bear that in mind. When you think you're right, you're wrong because I'm right. Does that make sense to you? Don't make a great deal of sense to me, but because I'm always right, it doesn't have to. Alright, so that's just a quick look at the Predacons and in, you know, Predaking, who is a great toy, as I said, and I really like him. And all of you who don't have him, now you know what to do. Go and buy two versions so you can display him as Predaking and the rest as Predacons. Alright, that's me, that's Starscream boring the crap out of you. Take care and see you later out there.
Be interesting to see if his brain matches his body.
Your eyes are wanna cry for me.